Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special surprise for you. Without any further ado, I have not been introduced to the rest of this cast, but he will introduce the rest of this cast. Mr. Scott Bakula.
I have a little surprise. Ray Bunch is here with me.
Ready?
Ray and I, well, no, don't start yet. Ray and I wrote a little song together a lot of years ago, and we haven't done it in a long time. And in fact, the last time we did it was at Universal.
Yeah.
Live on a crazy night. But we thought it would be, we were asked, I don't know who did this, Maurice or somebody said, you got to sing this song. So we thought maybe you would enjoy a little Somewhere in the Night. But we decided we wouldn't sing that. And no, I just want to say, you've already been up here and talking, so you've already...
No, I haven't.
They haven't
No,
said?
no.
You know, Ray and I have done a lot of stuff together. You probably all know that. But Ray took the show over in what, after year two, pretty much?
About halfway through
Halfway
one.
through. Halfway through one.
Yeah.
And then carried on with the music in the show and all the music that I did and organizing it all. And he wrote a bunch of stuff. He wrote the score for the show every week. And by the last season, as you know, we were happy to be on still, but we didn't have a lot of money. So Ray had about 4 friends left. And he would invite them over to his garage. And they would go upstairs and come out with some beautiful, beautiful work with no budget. I mean, we were the largest orchestra that ever recorded for a TV show at Universal Studios ever. Was it like 72 pieces?
Yeah, it was.
And it was unbelievable. So we started at the top, and by year 5, it was Ray and 4 guys. And but it was, I have to say, and then he's written for me, for Mr. and Mrs. Smith, for Prowler. He wrote on Enterprise and won an Emmy Award for that. Papa's Angels, which is probably my favorite music that I've ever done, that he arranged and helped me put together and got an Emmy nomination for that. And if you haven't seen Papa's Angels, you need to see that. Yeah. And so Ray he's been on a lot of rides with me, and it's really great that he's here today to do this. He just got back from India, and he'd like to talk about that, but his stomach won't let him. So we're just going to sing this song, though, and I just want to say thank you to Ray for years of being there when I needed him, and for all of you, he's just been an amazing musician. On the day I walked away, all the blue rolled into gray. Now in the dark, alone I lay. Should have stopped, but I could never ever stay. Somewhere in the night, inside my dreams you burn so bright, and I'm with you there and everything's alright. Somewhere in the night, before the darkness turns to light, let me love you there, somewhere in the night. Second chances I won't get. wouldn't dare to hope. And yet, everywhere I turn, I see your silhouette. Been so long, but I never will forget. Somewhere in the night, inside my dreams you burn so bright, and I'm with you there and everything's alright. Somewhere in the night, before the darkness turns to light, let me love you there, somewhere in the night. Time after time I find that I'm thinking about you. Up on a hill I see you still, but I just can't reach. Who would answer your prayers? Who would wait by the stairs? Not me, not me. Somewhere in the night, inside my dreams you burn so bright, and I'm with you there and everything's alright. Somewhere in the night, before the darkness turns to light, let me love you, let me love you, let me love you. Somewhere in the night.
Ladies and gentlemen, Velton, Ray, Bunch, and Scott Bakula!
Thank you.
Velton, Ray, Bunch. We're gonna set the stage for you.
Vamp. I said that Ray wrote that with me, right? Did I say that right? Yeah, okay. And you know, while I'm vamping, is Deborah, did you come back in, Deborah?
Yeah, she's in the back.
Where's Deborah? You know, where's Deborah? Pratt. I don't, she's not there. She's either that or she's quiet, which is she's just there. Anyway, I just wanted to say that the other reason we had so much music on the show was because of Deborah, because she loved her music, and you know, whenever any chance we got, she would push for it, and you know, we did so much of the music live. I'm still kind of astounded. So many people come up. Did you sing on that show? And it's like, yeah, was that you singing? And yeah, it was. But you have to have somebody, you know, advocate for those kinds of things because they're very hard to do, and you know, I never had time to really get ready to do anything. So Ray would kind of, he'd come at lunch, or we'd figure out what we were going to do. And music on television is about how much time, and you know, we need one verse and get out, or we're going to play the piano. It's going to be a live piano, and we're constantly having to work with television parameters, but because of Deborah and because of Ray, we were able to do so much. I mean, when you really think about it, I mean, I almost said album, but the CD has just a small percentage of the stuff that we were able to do. And I was thinking about Pool Hall Blues the other day, and you know, that was just a little incidental thing. We just, you know, flipped up and got in there really fast, but we were able to pull it off. And I just, you know, Ray is a genius, and always kind of behind the scenes working his magic. And if you go back and listen, of course you can't listen to the right music. Hey, Ray, did Ray go too? Everybody's leaving. Soon it'll just be us. Here's Deborah. She wasn't here. I was just, there we go. I was saying nice things about you, but you weren't here, so I'm not going to have to say them again. No, I was giving you credit for so much of the great music that we had on the show, because without you in there fighting for it and swinging for it and making it cost money, that's the other thing that you have in a budget. You have to say, well, how can we afford this song in this amount of time? And Deborah was always pushing for that, and that's why you got so much great music. And we're grateful that we got all that music, aren't we?
We are very grateful. But I have to say, we had an incredible voice to
Thank
get
you.
music for, and your singing ability on so many of the shows and the gifts that you gave us with your interpretations of those songs still touch my heart.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay with them. They love you.
Okay, oh yeah.
Thank
Thank you. There she goes. Besides being, since she's still here, I'll keep talking about her while I'm vamping. I'll vamp about the vamp while I'm vamping. He's going to mic me? In front of people? No, this is, sound guys are never excited about micing guys. Magic. The great Spontini speaks. That's 2. I'm up 2-0, incidentally. Okay, I'm Mike. But, you know, Deborah was such an advocate also for the female voice of the show. And, yes. And she and I were kind of simpatico about that because I liked so many of the places that she wanted to take the show, and she gave the show just this great perspective. And every once in a while, you know, I would jump into a female body, and she was, you know, great. She was a reason half the time, and more than half the time probably. But she was, you know, she didn't just leave me out there hanging. She always gave me a great script. And when you think about the women that I leapt into, depending on the situations, they were great, and we were able to tell great stories. The only story I regretted that I wanted to tell differently was, and she didn't write it, but was the rape episode. But because I always felt that Sam should have leapt in right after the rape. That was the old boy that I wanted for that episode. But I'm not sure that network television was really ready for that at that time. But we were just lucky to have her, and you know, because Don's this one kind of guy, and Deborah's this other kind of person, and it was this great kind of banging heads, but creatively coming up with all these different scenarios from these two kind of radical views. Just all of a sudden, we were getting all this great stuff coming through the pipeline, and wouldn't have happened if it had been just Don. It wouldn't have happened if it would have been just Deborah. It just, you know, it was this kind of synergy. It wouldn't have happened without that other guy. I see his cubes back there, but he's not standing there. It wouldn't have happened without Dean. How's my vamping going?
We're good.
We're good? I'm vamp free?
I'll
Check,
bring you
check.
some water just because I know you'll need it.